The power of trying something new is often underestimated. We live in a world where routine is comforting, and we frequently find ourselves sticking to what we know. The familiar feels safe, and stepping out of that comfort zone can feel daunting. But what many of us fail to realize is that trying something new, whether it's a small change or a big leap, has the potential to reshape our lives in profound ways. It opens doors to growth, new experiences, and opportunities that we would never have encountered if we stayed within the limits of the known. The first step is always the hardest. When faced with something unfamiliar, the mind tends to focus on the risks and uncertainties. We might ask ourselves, what if I fail, or what if I don't like it? These questions often prevent us from trying something new in the first place. It's easy to resist the discomfort of change because our brains are wired to seek stability. However, what we don't realize is that the act of trying something new is the gateway to innovation, personal growth, and discovery. When we step into the unknown, we often find that the fear of failure is much worse than the reality of the experience itself. Trying something new doesn't necessarily mean achieving immediate success. In fact, it's often through the process of making mistakes and learning from them that we grow the most. When we allow ourselves to try new things, we break free from the mental barriers we've built around ourselves. We no longer view the world in terms of what we can't do, but in terms of what we are capable of learning and accomplishing. Trying something new also forces us to tap into our creativity and resourcefulness. When we embark on a new endeavor, we often encounter challenges that require us to think differently. These challenges push us to expand our skills, seek new solutions, and develop new ways of approaching problems. This is where growth happens, not when we remain stuck in old habits, but when we push ourselves to try new things, even if it's uncomfortable at first. Over time, these challenges teach us to be more adaptable and flexible, qualities that are essential for navigating life's unpredictable nature. Moreover, the process of trying something new helps us build resilience. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned, but new experiences teach us that failure is not the end, it's merely part of the learning process. Each time we face a setback, we become stronger and more capable of handling future challenges. Trying new things helps us develop a growth mindset, where we see obstacles as opportunities for improvement, not as roadblocks. This shift in perspective can have a lasting impact on every area of our lives, from our personal relationships to our professional endeavors. The benefits of trying something new aren't limited to personal growth. New experiences also introduce us to new perspectives and ideas. When we push ourselves to engage with the unfamiliar, we broaden our horizons and open ourselves up to new ways of thinking. This can lead to deeper empathy, greater understanding, and more meaningful connections with others. It also allows us to break free from narrow viewpoints and preconceived notions, which can be limiting. The more we expose ourselves to new ideas and experiences, the more we enrich our lives and our understanding of the world around us. One of the most powerful effects of trying something new is the sense of accomplishment and confidence it fosters. Each time we take a step outside our comfort zone, we prove to ourselves that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way. Whether it's starting a new exercise routine, learning a new skill, or traveling to a place we've never been before, each new experience serves as a reminder of our potential. It encourages us to keep pushing forward and to continue seeking growth. Ultimately, the power of trying something new lies in the fact that it opens us up to endless possibilities. It allows us to explore uncharted territory, discover hidden talents, and experience the world from a fresh perspective. The more we try new things, the more we realize that we are capable of far more than we ever imagined. By embracing the unfamiliar, we unlock the potential to live richer, more fulfilling lives. It's not about perfection or avoiding failure, but about the courage to step into the unknown and embrace the opportunities that come with it. So the next time you find yourself hesitating to try something new, remember this: the very act of trying opens up a world of possibilities. It may be uncomfortable at first, but the rewards, growth, discovery, and new perspectives are well worth the effort. Life is full of opportunities to try something new, and each one is an invitation to grow, learn, and become a better version of yourself. Take that first step. You never know where it might lead. Small changes often seem insignificant on the surface, but they can have a profound impact on our lives over time. We live in a society that often emphasizes big, dramatic transformations as the key to success and growth. It's easy to believe that in order to make a real difference, we need to overhaul everything in our lives. However, the truth is that small, consistent changes can lead to big results. These small adjustments, when repeated regularly, have the power to accumulate and create lasting positive shifts in our habits, mindset, and overall well-being. One of the most powerful aspects of small changes is their ability to be sustainable. Major changes can feel overwhelming, and often we find ourselves falling back into old habits once the initial excitement wears off. But when we focus on small, manageable steps, we create room for gradual improvement. These incremental changes don't require us to upend our entire lifestyle. They allow us to build new habits at a pace that feels natural and achievable. For example, if someone wants to become healthier, they might think they need to start by completely overhauling their diet or committing to intense workouts every day. This can be intimidating, and often people give up before they even begin. However, starting with a simple step like drinking more water or taking a short walk every day can make a significant difference. These small actions may seem insignificant at first, but over time, they create a ripple effect. Drinking more water leads to better hydration, which improves energy levels and digestion. Taking a short walk every day can build stamina and lead to a greater interest in physical activity. Slowly, these changes begin to build upon one another, and before long, they can lead to a complete transformation in both health and mindset. Small changes are also easier to integrate into our lives because they don't require drastic shifts in routine. For example, if you're trying to become more productive, you might start by simply setting aside 10 minutes every morning to plan your day. This small adjustment can help you stay focused and organized, and over time, you may find that you're getting more done without feeling stressed or overwhelmed. These small, consistent actions often create positive momentum, making it easier to continue building on them. As you start to see the benefits of your small changes, you'll naturally want to add more. And eventually, the impact of those tiny shifts will become evident in every area of your life. Another benefit of small changes is that they build self-discipline and self-confidence. When we make large changes, it's easy to become discouraged if things don't go as planned. But small changes are easier to manage, and when we see ourselves succeeding in one small step, it boosts our confidence and motivates us to keep going. Every small victory reinforces the idea that we are capable of making positive changes in our lives. Over time, these successes build a sense of momentum that can drive us to continue pursuing even larger goals. Small changes also have the power to shift our mindset. The more we focus on making small, positive adjustments, the more we begin to see opportunities for growth in our everyday lives. For instance, if we commit to practicing gratitude every day by writing down 3 things we're thankful for, we start to shift our perspective. Instead of focusing on what's going wrong, we begin to notice the good things around us. This small shift in attitude can lead to greater happiness, contentment, and resilience. The more we practice small changes like this, the more they shape our worldview and influence our decisions. Perhaps one of the most powerful aspects of small changes is that they have a cumulative effect. It's easy to dismiss the impact of one small change, but when compounded over time, those changes can lead to significant results. Just like saving a little bit of money each day can lead to financial security in the long run, or reading a few pages of a book every day can lead to increased knowledge over time, small changes build up. They don't just make a difference in the immediate moment, they accumulate, compounding their effects and leading to major transformations in the long run. In the end, small changes are not only sustainable but also powerful. They might not make an immediate dramatic difference, but over time, their impact becomes undeniable. These changes allow us to improve our lives without feeling overwhelmed, and they help us build the foundation for larger, more ambitious goals. By focusing on small, consistent actions, we can create lasting change and experience growth in every area of our lives. The key is to start small, stay consistent, and watch as those tiny adjustments lead to profound results. Consistency is often viewed as one of the most important ingredients for achieving success and personal growth. It is easy to be tempted by the idea of quick results or dramatic changes, but lasting achievements are rarely the result of sporadic efforts. Instead, they are the product of regular, consistent actions taken over time. Whether it's improving physical health, advancing in a career, or developing a personal skill, consistency is what makes progress sustainable. The benefits of consistency are far-reaching, influencing not just the outcomes we achieve, but also our mindset, resilience, and overall well-being. One of the primary benefits of consistency is that it helps us build habits that become second nature. When we repeat an action regularly, it starts to feel less like a conscious effort and more like an automatic part of our routine. This is particularly valuable when it comes to goals that require long-term commitment, such as maintaining a healthy lifestyle or mastering a skill. For example, someone who consistently exercises every day, even for just 20 minutes, will eventually find that it's not a chore, but a natural part of their day. The same can apply to reading, writing, or practicing a musical instrument. The more we engage in these activities consistently, the less mental effort they require, and the more ingrained they become in our lives. Consistency also helps us make steady progress toward our goals. While dramatic changes might offer immediate rewards, true success often comes from slow, steady progress. The idea of small, incremental improvements is one of the most powerful aspects of consistency. When we consistently take small steps toward a larger goal, over time those steps add up to significant progress. It might not always feel like we're achieving much in the short term, but if we stay consistent, we'll be amazed at the progress we've made after a few months or years. For example, someone who writes 500 words every day might not see immediate results, but after a year, they will have written an entire book. Consistency creates momentum, and once we start building that momentum, it's easier to keep going. Moreover, consistency builds self-discipline, which is crucial for personal development. In a world full of distractions and instant gratification, the ability to stay consistent requires us to resist temptations and focus on our long-term goals. This is not always easy, especially when the results aren't immediately visible or when we encounter obstacles along the way. However, every time we choose to stay on course despite these challenges, we strengthen our willpower and discipline. Over time, this becomes a habit in itself. And we find it easier to stay focused and committed to our goals, no matter what distractions or difficulties come our way. Another significant benefit of consistency is that it fosters a sense of accomplishment and confidence. Each time we take a small action toward our goal, we experience a sense of progress, and with each success, our confidence grows. This creates a positive feedback loop. The more consistent we are, the more successful we become. And the more success we experience, the more motivated we feel to continue. For example, if someone is learning a new language and practices consistently every day, they will gradually begin to notice improvements. These small successes boost their confidence and reinforce the belief that they are capable of achieving more. This sense of accomplishment not only propels us toward our immediate goals, but also inspires us to set new challenges for ourselves. Consistency also plays a critical role in developing resilience. Life is full of challenges and setbacks, and there will always be obstacles that threaten to derail our progress. However, by staying consistent, we develop the mental toughness needed to face these challenges without giving up. Consistency teaches us that setbacks are not failures, but part of the process. When we encounter difficulties, instead of abandoning our goals, we continue to take small steps forward. Over time, this builds resilience, helping us bounce back stronger and more determined after each challenge. Additionally, consistency can improve our time management and overall productivity. When we make a habit of working toward our goals every day, we begin to prioritize our time and use it more efficiently. Instead of procrastinating or trying to fit in a massive amount of work all at once, we break tasks down into manageable chunks and address them consistently. This makes the work feel less overwhelming, and we can focus on making steady progress rather than stressing over everything that still needs to be done. By dedicating small amounts of time consistently, we can accomplish much more than if we sporadically tried to do everything at once. Finally, consistency has a profound impact on our mental and emotional well-being. When we engage in consistent actions, whether it's exercising, meditating, or simply staying organized, we create a sense of stability in our lives. This stability helps reduce stress and anxiety as we feel more in control of our day-to-day activities. It also gives us a sense of purpose and direction, helping us feel more fulfilled. The routine created by consistency provides a sense of security, which can be particularly helpful during times of uncertainty or stress. In conclusion, the benefits of consistency cannot be overstated. It helps us build habits, make steady progress, develop self-discipline, and cultivate resilience. It also boosts our confidence, improves productivity, and supports our mental well-being. The key to success is not in making big, sudden changes, but in showing up every day, taking small, consistent steps toward our goals. The more consistent we are, the more we set ourselves up for long-term success and fulfillment. Growth often feels like a sudden breakthrough, a moment where everything clicks into place. However, the reality is that true growth is rarely the result of a single event or dramatic shift. It's a process that unfolds over time, often through repetition. Repetition is the foundation on which growth is built, whether it's in mastering a skill, improving our health, or developing our mindset. While repetition might seem monotonous or tedious at first, it's this very process that strengthens us and fosters the growth we desire. One of the most powerful aspects of repetition is that it reinforces habits. At first, when we attempt to learn something new, it can feel difficult or even frustrating. We may not see immediate results, and the effort required to stay consistent can feel overwhelming. However, it is through repeating an action over time that it becomes ingrained in our routine. When we commit to practicing a skill, such as playing a musical instrument or learning a new language, the first few attempts may seem awkward or imperfect. But as we continue to repeat the process, we gradually improve. This is because our muscles, minds, and bodies start to adapt to the repeated actions, making them more natural and effortless. Eventually, what once felt challenging becomes second nature, and growth happens almost imperceptibly. Repetition also plays a crucial role in reinforcing learning. The more we expose ourselves to new information or experiences, the more familiar and comfortable we become with them. When we read something over and over, or when we revisit a task repeatedly, we internalize the material. The more we practice a new skill, the more neural pathways are created in our brain, reinforcing the behavior and making it easier to perform. This is why experts often say that it takes 10,000 hours of practice to truly master something. It's not just about the quantity of practice, it's about the depth of repetition that leads to profound mastery. Growth comes when we push past initial difficulties and continue to engage in the process of repetition, trusting that improvement will follow. Another important aspect of repetition is its role in building resilience. The more we repeat an action, especially in the face of difficulty, the more resilient we become. Growth is often a result of pushing through challenges, and repetition teaches us to persevere. When we encounter setbacks or failures, it's easy to become discouraged, but repetition gives us the tools to keep going. Every time we repeat an action, we build mental and emotional endurance. We develop the ability to handle frustration and disappointment, knowing that with time and persistence, progress is inevitable. This mental toughness is what ultimately leads to growth, as we learn to navigate obstacles and continue moving forward. Repetition also provides a sense of stability. Life can often feel unpredictable, and challenges can arise unexpectedly. But when we establish consistent routines, we create a sense of order in our lives. The daily practice of a skill, the regularity of a workout, or the consistency of healthy habits helps us maintain balance, even when things feel chaotic. This stability allows us to focus on the long-term goals we are working toward, rather than getting bogged down by short-term frustrations. In this way, repetition serves as both a means of growth and a stabilizing force in our lives. Additionally, repetition fosters improvement by creating space for reflection. The more we repeat an action, the more opportunities we have to reflect on our progress. As we engage in repetitive tasks, we begin to notice small details or areas where we can improve. We start to recognize patterns and make adjustments to our approach, refining our techniques and strategies. This constant refinement is a key part of growth. Without repetition, there would be no opportunity to identify weaknesses and make corrections. Repetition allows us to fine-tune our efforts, ensuring that each iteration brings us closer to our desired outcome. The process of repetition also cultivates patience and trust in the journey. In a world that often values instant gratification, repetition requires us to step back and recognize that growth takes time. We may not see immediate results, but if we remain committed to the process, we eventually begin to notice the fruits of our labor. Growth through repetition is a gradual process, and it teaches us to trust that our consistent efforts will eventually lead to progress, even if it's not immediately obvious. It's a lesson in delayed gratification, learning to appreciate the small improvements that accumulate over time. Furthermore, repetition can lead to self-discovery. The more we repeat a particular action, the more we learn about ourselves. We uncover our strengths and weaknesses, and through this self-awareness, we can better tailor our efforts to achieve the growth we seek. Repetition allows us to gain insight into our habits, behaviors, and thought patterns, and as we reflect on these, we begin to understand more about who we are and how we can improve. Growth, in this sense, isn't just about developing external skills, but also about gaining a deeper understanding of ourselves. In conclusion, growth comes from repetition, and this process is fundamental to mastering any skill or achieving any goal. Through repetition, we build habits, reinforce learning, develop resilience, and find stability. We improve over time by refining our efforts, and we learn the value of patience as we trust in the process. It is the act of repeating something over and over again that leads to the growth we desire. Rather than seeking shortcuts or instant results, we can embrace the power of repetition and allow it to guide us on our journey of continuous improvement and self-discovery. Hesitation is a natural part of the human experience. Whether it's making a decision, taking a risk, or starting something new, we often find ourselves standing at the edge, unsure of whether to take the leap. We hesitate because of fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown. While hesitation can sometimes serve as a form of caution or thoughtful consideration, it often holds us back from reaching our full potential. Overcoming hesitation is crucial for personal growth, as it allows us to break free from the limiting beliefs that keep us stuck and move toward the opportunities that lie just beyond our comfort zones. One of the primary reasons for hesitation is the fear of failure. We may worry about making mistakes, facing rejection, or not living up to expectations. The fear of failure can be paralyzing, causing us to second-guess ourselves and put off making decisions. However, it's important to recognize that failure is not the end, but rather an essential part of growth. Every successful person has faced setbacks along the way. What differentiates those who succeed from those who don't is their ability to overcome hesitation and keep moving forward despite the possibility of failure. By reframing failure as a learning experience, we can shift our mindset and approach hesitation with a sense of curiosity rather than fear. Another key reason for hesitation is the fear of judgment. We often worry about how others will perceive us, whether it's in our personal lives or professional endeavors. This fear can lead to self-doubt, making us hesitate to take action. However, it's important to realize that no matter what we do, there will always be critics. The key is to focus on our own goals and values rather than seeking external validation. When we align our actions with our authentic selves, we become less concerned about what others think and more confident in our decisions. Overcoming the fear of judgment involves shifting our focus inward and trusting that we are capable of making the best choices for ourselves, even if others don't agree. Hesitation also often stems from a lack of clarity or uncertainty about the outcome. When we are unsure about the results, it's easy to get stuck in a cycle of indecision. We may hesitate because we fear making the wrong choice, or we may worry that we don't have all the information we need. In these situations, it's important to remember that certainty rarely exists. Life is full of unknowns, and waiting for everything to fall into place before taking action can keep us paralyzed. Instead of waiting for perfect clarity, we can choose to take small steps forward, even if they aren't based on perfect information. The act of moving forward, even with uncertainty, can provide us with the clarity we need. The more we take action, the more we learn, and the clearer our path becomes. One of the most effective ways to overcome hesitation is by developing self-confidence. Self-doubt often leads to hesitation, but confidence comes from taking action and proving to ourselves that we are capable. When we take small risks and push ourselves outside our comfort zones, we gradually build the belief that we can handle whatever challenges come our way. Confidence grows through experience, not by staying in a safe zone. Overcoming hesitation requires us to trust in our abilities and take action, even when we feel unsure. Each step forward, no matter how small, strengthens our belief in ourselves and reduces the power that hesitation holds over us. Another powerful tool for overcoming hesitation is to break tasks down into smaller, more manageable steps. Large goals or daunting tasks can seem overwhelming, which can lead to hesitation. However, when we break a big task into smaller, achievable actions, it becomes much less intimidating. By focusing on the first step rather than the entire process, we can build momentum and start moving forward. As we take action on these smaller tasks, we gain confidence and hesitation starts to fade away. The key is to focus on the present moment and take the next small step, instead of getting bogged down by the enormity of the goal. In addition to breaking tasks down, it's helpful to cultivate a mindset of curiosity and openness to learning. When we view challenges and new experiences as opportunities for growth, we become more willing to take risks and face the unknown. Instead of seeing a potential failure as something negative, we can embrace it as part of the learning process. Each new experience, whether it's a success or a failure, teaches us something valuable. This shift in perspective helps us overcome hesitation, as we no longer fear making mistakes, but see them as essential steps in our personal development. Finally, it's important to recognize that hesitation often keeps us stuck in a state of inaction, which leads to missed opportunities. The longer we hesitate, the more opportunities pass by. Time doesn't wait for anyone, and every moment we spend hesitating is a moment we can't get back. By overcoming hesitation, we open ourselves up to new experiences, growth, and possibilities. We take control of our own lives, making decisions that move us forward rather than keeping us trapped in indecision. In conclusion, overcoming hesitation is essential for personal growth and success. While hesitation is a natural response to fear, uncertainty, and self-doubt, it is also something we can overcome. By reframing failure, letting go of the fear of judgment, taking small steps forward, building confidence, and shifting our mindset, we can push past hesitation and unlock new opportunities for ourselves. Every time we choose to act in spite of our hesitation, we strengthen our ability to navigate life's challenges and move closer to the goals we desire. Taking action, even when uncertain, is the key to breaking free from hesitation and embracing the fullness of life. Embracing new habits is a powerful way to transform our lives, yet it can often feel daunting. We are creatures of comfort, and the routines we establish provide a sense of stability. However, when we make the decision to embrace new habits, we open ourselves to personal growth and self-improvement. Whether it's adopting healthier behaviors, cultivating a new skill, or shifting our mindset, the process of embracing new habits can profoundly affect our overall well-being. Though change can be difficult at first, the long-term rewards of developing positive habits far outweigh the initial discomfort. One of the most significant benefits of embracing new habits is the opportunity for personal growth. Our habits shape who we are and influence our decisions, emotions, and actions. When we make a conscious effort to develop new habits, we are essentially reshaping our identities and expanding our potential. A new habit, such as dedicating time to exercise every day, can lead to improved health, increased energy, and enhanced mental clarity. Similarly, setting aside time to read or learn something new can expand our knowledge, deepen our understanding, and keep our minds sharp. By embracing habits that challenge us to grow, we become more resilient, capable, and well-rounded individuals. Another key advantage of adopting new habits is that they allow us to break free from old patterns. Often, the habits we have are the result of years of conditioning or past experiences, some of which may no longer serve us. We may find ourselves stuck in routines that drain us, such as mindlessly scrolling through social media or procrastinating on important tasks. These habits can create a sense of stagnation, preventing us from reaching our goals. Embracing new habits gives us the power to break free from these cycles and replace unproductive behaviors with actions that contribute to our growth and success. It's about creating a future where our habits support the person we aspire to be, rather than limiting us to who we were yesterday. Adopting new habits also provides a sense of purpose and direction. When we commit to consistent actions, whether it's working toward a long-term goal or simply improving our daily routines, we begin to cultivate a greater sense of focus. Rather than drifting through life without a clear plan, we create a roadmap for our personal development. This sense of purpose can be incredibly motivating, as it provides us with something meaningful to strive for each day. The process of embracing new habits can offer a sense of accomplishment, even in small steps, because it connects us to a deeper sense of purpose. Consistency is key when it comes to forming new habits. Initially, it can be difficult to stay committed, especially if the results are not immediately visible. However, it's essential to remember that lasting change takes time. When we embrace a new habit, we may experience setbacks or moments of doubt, but it's important to stay consistent. Each small effort adds up, and over time, these actions compound into substantial growth. The key to success is patience. We must understand that building a new habit isn't about instant gratification, but about creating lasting change that will have long-term benefits. As we stick with our new habits, they eventually become automatic, woven into the fabric of our daily lives. One of the most effective ways to embrace new habits is by starting small. Often, the thought of completely overhauling our routines can feel overwhelming, leading to hesitation or failure. Instead, it's helpful to focus on one habit at a time and break it down into manageable steps. For example, if you want to start exercising regularly, you might begin by committing to just 10 minutes a day. As your body and mind adjust, you can gradually increase the duration or intensity of your workouts. The key is to create an achievable goal that doesn't feel too daunting. By taking small, consistent steps, we set ourselves up for success and prevent the feeling of burnout that can arise from trying to make drastic changes all at once. Support is another crucial factor when embracing new habits. Surrounding ourselves with people who encourage and motivate us can make a significant difference in our success. Whether it's a workout buddy, a mentor, or a friend who shares similar goals, having someone to support us on our journey can keep us accountable and inspired. Sharing our goals with others creates a sense of community and can offer additional motivation when we feel like giving up. Positive reinforcement from others reminds us that we are not alone in our pursuit of self-improvement and that every small step forward counts. Moreover, it's important to track our progress and celebrate even the smallest victories. Often we get caught up in the big picture and forget to acknowledge the progress we've made along the way. Tracking our habits can help us recognize how far we've come and provide a sense of accomplishment. Whether through journaling, setting milestones, or simply reflecting on how our daily habits have made a positive impact, it's important to take the time to celebrate our growth. These moments of recognition reinforce our commitment to the new habits and provide the motivation to keep going. Finally, it's essential to be kind to ourselves during the process. Embracing new habits can be challenging, and there will be times when we stumble or lose focus. Instead of beating ourselves up over setbacks, we must practice self-compassion. Remember, growth is not linear, and every attempt is part of the learning process. By being patient with ourselves and staying committed to our goals, we create an environment where change can happen organically and sustainably. In conclusion, embracing new habits is one of the most effective ways to create lasting change in our lives. Whether we are striving for personal growth, improved health, or a sense of purpose, the process of forming new habits can set us on the path to success. While it may take time and effort, the rewards of embracing new habits are immeasurable as they lead to greater fulfillment, confidence, and resilience. By starting small, staying consistent, seeking support, and being patient with ourselves, we can make new habits a natural part of our lives and experience the transformative power they hold. And when you do, I'm willing to bet that you'll find yourself returning to it, making it a part of your daily life, and feeling the difference it makes. Thank you.